I haven't seen the liberal media freaking out this bad since Trump won the election, and this might be even worse, because now, instead of almost breaking out into tears, Van Jones did break out into tears, and it looked like Anderson Cooper and Don Lemonhead were trying to hold him back. Even Jimmy Fallon put his show on hold to give an anti-Trump editorial, and Jimmy Kimmel is saying that he needs to go. What did the president do, you're wondering, to cause all this grief and to cause people to call for his impeachment? Well, when he denounced the horrible and deadly violence in Charlottesville, Virginia over the weekend, he said that both sides were violent and that both sides were causing problems. Well, how dare you, Mr. President? Please repeat that horrible statement that you made on Saturday, Mr. President, that is endorsing the neo-Nazi white supremacist KKK and Adolf Hitler himself.
I brought it. What did you bring, Mr. President? As I said on, remember this, Saturday, we condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence. It has no place in America. And then I went on from there. Now, here's the thing. Excuse me. Take it nice and easy. Here's the thing. When I make a statement, I like to be correct. I want the facts. This event just happened. In fact, a lot of the event didn't even happen yet as we were speaking. This event just happened. Before I make a statement, I need the facts. So I don't want to rush into a statement. So making the statement when I made it was excellent. In fact...
Oh, it was excellent, huh? Oh, what's this? Charlottesville's victim's mother thanks Trump for words of comfort. The mother of the 32-year-old woman who was killed Saturday in a car ramming attack during violent protests in Charlottesville, Virginia, thanked President Trump for offering words of comfort and for condemning the violence. Quote, "Thank you, President Trump, for those words of comfort and for denouncing those who promote violence and hatred," Susan Bro, mother of Heather Heyer, said in a statement after President Trump called out white supremacists and other hate groups during a press conference Monday afternoon. So the poor mother of this girl who was murdered thanked President Trump for denouncing the violence. But let's check in and see what CNN had to say about President Trump's statements.
We normally start off the broadcast saying good evening, but tonight there doesn't seem to be much that is good about this evening, because a few hours ago, the President of the United States revealed so clearly who and what he really is. Today, the President of the United States ripped open wounds that have barely begun healing in Charlottesville on a subject, race, that has tormented this country from the very beginning and nearly torn it apart more than once. He ripped open these wounds so he could show the world that he did not make a mistake on Saturday when he spoke words that were ill-considered, untrue, and insensitive.
What exactly is untrue about his statement? Let's check in with Don Lemon and see what he thinks.
This is a sad moment for the country, and I think it was an awful moment for the person who's supposed to represent the highest office of the land. I mean, today you saw the real Donald Trump proving all of his critics right in that moment. Everyone was sitting there watching, saying, here we go. His true colors are coming out.
These people are more upset with what President Trump said about the event than they are about the girl getting murdered by that psychotic lunatic who ran into that crowd with his car. Tell us what you really think of Antifa, Don, the leftist terrorist organization which dresses up like ISIS and then riots every time a conservative speaker is invited to a college campus.
A group that is a protest group, two protest groups. Yes, they're both protest groups, and they're talking about Antifa or Antifa, however you want to pronounce it, calling them the alt-left. Well, that group protests fascism, so they were there protesting fascism. Maybe their tactics weren't exactly right. All groups like that, political groups, rights groups, protest groups, it's messy.
Their slogan is, by any means necessary. And when you say they're fighting fascists, I guess you're talking about evil people like Ann Coulter.
And I don't know what to say tonight. I usually have something clever, something smart. I'm just hurt. I'm sitting here hurt. And I think a lot of people are hurt tonight.
I'm sorry, this is just too depressing. Let's see what Jimmy Fallon's up to over at The Tonight Show.
Even though The Tonight Show isn't a political show, it's my responsibility to stand up against intolerance and extremism as a human being.
Oh, great. Are you going to finally denounce Black Lives Matter for rioting, looting, attacking white people, killing police officers, and chanting that they want more cops dead?
The fact that it took the president 2 days to come out and clearly denounce racists and white supremacists is shameful.
What the hell are you talking about? It took him 2 days. He held a press conference right after the event.
We're closely following the terrible events unfolding in Charlottesville, Virginia. We condemn in the strongest possible terms this egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides. On many sides.
What do you mean you denounce the hatred, violence, and bigotry? I can barely even read through a 140-character tweet. These people are so insane that arguing with a liberal today is like arguing with a flat earther. It's just a complete waste of time because they're too insane to even understand anything about reality. I'm Mark Dice, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you're new and check back here every day for new reports, and I'll see you tomorrow. Check the link in the description below for my new online store where you can get one of my awesome shirts like the Liberalism Find It Care shirt. Your purchase helps this channel continue to function. So thanks for your support, stay tuned, and I'll see you tomorrow.
I mean, this is not funny, it's not cute, it's not a soundbite war, because we're spiraling away from each other. We're spiraling away from each other.